All right, I'm back. Took a little break. Isaiah 47th chapter and verse 6. It say, I was wroth with my people. The Most High says, wroth with us, the 12 tribes of Israel. I have polluted mine inheritance. With the inheritance of the Most High, we the 12 tribes of Israel. And give them into thine hand. Give us into the so-called white man's hand, the Edomite's hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke, as we been reading in these scriptures here. See, the Most High has not cast away his people which he foreknew. We the 12 tribes of Israel. We still here. And we gonna be here. Look at Amos, the 7th chapter, and the 17th verse. Therefore, thus say the Most High, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city. You would have said, shall a wife gonna be a harlot in the city? And thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword. That's what he told us. And thy land shall be divided by line. And thou shalt die in a polluted land. Here we are. Pollution everywhere. Polluted mean our minds are polluted. Your brain polluted. You're not brainwashed. Unless you learn to live and apply this truth in your life. And Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of his land. Straight up. Over and over again. Most are telling us this. We can't get around it. Look. Joel. He said if we keep his commandments, he's gonna bless us. If we don't, he's gonna bring these curses upon us, that's upon us. But we coming out of it because we doing what he say do. We learning the law, such commandments. Joel 3 and 4. You say, yeah. And what has thou to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon? These are coastal cities in Israel that the so-called Africans live, or the Hamites live. In all the coast of Palestine. Talking about the Arabs, Palestinians, the Arabs, Ishmaelites. Will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? What did they do? Verse 3. And that's the Arabs and the so-called Africans, and they have cast lots for my people. And I've given a boy for an harlot. You hear that? He said gonna make our wives harlot, but he said they gave a boy for a harlot. So I say he was a little displeased. And these heathen overstepped their duty in the punishment of the Most High's chosen people. Heavily laid on their stroke against us. And they have cast lots for my people. That's why I say they bid it for us. They say, hey, they that sold them are rich. They came rich from all these hundreds of years of free labor, slavery. And they have cast lots for my people. They bid it for us on auction blocks. And have given a boy for a harlot. A little boy for a harlot. What's a harlot? A prostitute. To go around and sell them to each other. And make money off of them. That's what a harlot is, right? A prostitute. And so the girl for wine. A little girl didn't mean nothing but a bottle of wine that they might drink. Verse 6. The children also of Judah and of the children of Jerusalem have ye sold the Africans and the Arabs. The children of also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, have you sold unto the Grecians, the so-called white man, the Greeks, that ye might remove them far from their border. Like from the coast of West Africa all the way to the Western Hemisphere, the Caribbean islands in the Western Hemisphere. Why are we here now? 3 nations took us down right there. Fulfilling what it said in Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Baruch 4 and 16. They have carried away the dear beloved children of the widow, and left her that was alone, desolate, without daughters. The Arabs, Africans, were in cahoots together, sold us to the Edomites. In war though, we ain't never just go say, okay, we ready to go to captivity. No, we fought. But the prophecy of the Most High gonna come true, whether you like it or not. For he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies. See, the Most High brought these plagues upon us. Are you bringing the plagues that's on this earth right now? We say he's gonna deliver us from the hands of our enemies. Go your way, O my children. Verse 19. Go your way, for I am left desolate. Going back to Lamentations, 2nd chapter. See the land crying out to us saying, hey, it's desolate. No matter who's over there, the Most High, through the power of his word, is saying the land is desolate. Lamentations 2 and 2. The Most High has swallowed up all the inhabitants of Jacob, and have not pitied. He hath thrown down in his wrath the strongholds of the daughter of Judah. He hath brought them down to the ground, brought us down. He hath polluted the kingdom and the princes thereof. He hath cut off in his fierce anger all the horn, the power of Israel. The Most High's fierce anger cut off all our power. He hath drawn back his right hand from before the enemies. Hear that? Pull back, that's why I say the Most High didn't fight for us. He drew back his right hand from before the enemy. And he burned against Jacob like a flaming fire which devours round about. He hath bent his bow like an enemy. He stood with his right hand as an adversary, and slew all that were pleasant in the eye in the tabernacle of the daughter of Zion. He poured out his fury like fire. He didn't want to do what he said do. The Most High was as an enemy. He has swallowed up Israel. He has swallowed up all her palaces. He hath destroyed his strongholds, and have increased in the daughter of Judah mourning and lamentation. This is what we had to go through for breaking the Most High's laws. The same thing that you poach up eating preachers saying that we not under. How you think you're going to be delivered from the hands of your enemies and from the hands of all that hate you? That's being saved. That's salvation, power, and authority coming back to us by coming back to his laws. And he hath violently taken away his tabernacle, as if it were of a garden. He hath destroyed his palaces, his places of assembly. The Most High have caused the solemn feasts and Sabbaths to be forgotten in Zion, and have despised in the indignation of his anger the king and the priest. See, in the days of his anger, he didn't care about nobody, from the kings and the priests. Got rid of all of us. Most I have cast off his altar, the priesthood. He have abhorred, hated his sanctuary. He have given up into the hand of the enemy the walls of her palaces. Like we fell in 70 AD, he gave us up to the Romans, who Mashiach was under oppression under, who actually killed him. The so-called white man put him to death. He have given up into the hand of the enemy the walls of her palaces. They have made a noise in the house of the Most High as in the day of a solemn feast. They hollered and screaming, taking away all our gold, everything that we had, out of our temples and so forth. You said, they that sell them say, hey, blessed, praise be the Most High. But I am rich. And when we fell in 70 AD, all the nations got rich. They still looking for King Solomon's mines. The Most High have purpose to destroy the wall of the daughter of Zion. He has stretched out a line. He have not withdrawn his hand from destroying. Therefore he made the rampart and the wall to lament. They languish together. Her gates are sunk into the ground. He have destroyed and broken her bars, all our security. Her king and her princes are among the Gentiles. Hear that? The law is no more. Sound familiar? Say the law is no more. Whose laws are they? They're the Most High's laws. Say the law is no more. Her prophets also find no vision from the Most High. That's how the Most High speaks to us in dreams and visions. But he said, their prophets also find no vision from the Most High. Because the law of the Most High is no more. The laws that he wrote with his finger, the work of the Most High, you saying that you ain't got to follow that? Are you serious? You don't fear the Most High. You ain't afraid of him. You ain't scared of him. But when he visits you, don't care if you don't call him. You're going to be calling on him. Even those that's atheists. Because, like when the earthquake happened and there was the Northridge quake, they put billboards up. It's the Most High. Is God mad with us? Yeah. What you think? He said you're going to be visited of the Most High. Mashiach said there's going to be earthquakes in diverse places. Look at that earthquake they just had in Afghanistan. They said 1,000 people at one time died. Over 1,500 injured. These are the things that's written to happen. We see it happening in our eyes. In front of your face. Wake up. The elders of daughter of Zion sit upon the ground. That's a low estate. You can't do nothing. You flat lying on the ground and you just sitting on the ground. In chains and shackles. But if you ain't in chains and shackles, you sit on the ground with your mind destroyed. And keep silent. Can't say nothing. They have cast up dust upon their heads. That's when we was really in bad shape. We just started casting dirt on our heads. They have girded themselves with sackcloth, burlap. Most like decked us up out with embroidered clothing. We was decked out. He decked us out from head to toe. Chains of gold and the best gold of Ophir. Earrings and nose jewels and all kind of things that was all the other nations looking at us like, wow. That's why they were so happy when we fell. They were jealous of us until this day. He said he's going to set us above all nations. He said we're a peculiar people to the Most High. Nobody's like us. That's why we know we the children of Israel. We the people of this book that it's talking about. Our challenge is to prove that it's anybody else as you go through those curses from Deuteronomy 28, 15 to 68. Prove it's anyone else. You can't. The elders of the daughter of Zion sit upon the ground and keep silence. They saying nothing. Each tribe had elders that told each tribe what they supposed to do. But they ain't saying nothing. They silent. They have cast up dust upon their heads. They have no might. Nothing they could tell because they can't even talk to the tribes. We going into captivity. They have girded themselves with sackcloth. The virgins of Jerusalem hang down their heads to the ground because they've been raped. They've been pillaged. They've been just done like from nation to nation to nation to nation to nation, and captivity after captivity after captivity. We experienced this. My eyes do fail with tears. I'm crying, my bowels are troubled. My liver is poured upon the earth for the destruction of the daughter of my people. Because the children and the sucklers, the babies, swoon in the streets of the city. Even the babies was killed in the streets of the city. They say to their mothers, where is corn and wine? When they wound as the wounded in the streets of the city, when their soul was poured out into their mother's bosom. Baruch 4 and 17. But what can I help you? How can I help you? The land's telling us. For he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies. But it's a certain things we got to do. And fearing the Most High and keeping his commandments and having faith in the Most High. I have put off this clothing of peace and put upon me the sackcloth of my prayer. The prayers of the land of Israel is with burlap on. I will cry unto the everlasting in my days. Be of good cheer, O my children. Cry, this is a solution. Cry unto the Most High, and he shall deliver you from the power and hand of the enemies. Be of good cheer, O my children. The land telling us the solution. Cry unto the Most High. You can't cry if you got pride. You ain't humble. You done heard that. If we humble ourselves before the Most High. You can't cry if you prideful. All you exalted ones thinking you all that. Everybody under you don't think they all that. Ain't no humility. How we getting out of here? The land telling you, be of good cheer. O my children, cry unto the Most High, and he shall deliver you from the power and hand of the enemies. That's being saved. For my hope is in the everlasting. My hope is, the land said, the hope is in the Most High, that he will save you. And joy is come unto me from the Holy One, because of the mercy, now getting something we do deserve, which shall soon come unto you from the everlasting, our Savior. For I sent you out with mourning and weeping, leaving the land of Israel. But the Most High will give you to me again with joy and gladness forever. Lamentations 2 and 13. What things shall I take to witness for thee? What things shall I liken to thee, O daughter of Jerusalem? What shall I equal to thee, that I may comfort thee, O virgin daughter of Zion? For thy breach is great, like the sea. Damn. The breach that we had against the Most High says great like the sea. You know, it's 3/4 of the earth is the sea. He say our breach is great like the sea. Who can heal thee? He say, who can heal us? Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee, and they have not discover thine iniquity. How can you discover our iniquity, our wickedness, our evil, our sins, if you're saying that we're not under the law? They have not discovered thine iniquity, to turn away thy captivity. You hear that? This is what we need, Yasharallah, to turn away our captivity. But the prophets have seen vain and foolish things. Remember, for us, it says, remember, the devil's job is what? To deceive the whole world. Now, how have you been deceived? By doing the things that they would have you to do without being around you, having you to do it, and you do it naturally and calling on the name of these other gods, these other idols. Whether they call by one name or the other name. I'm about to show us, I think I'm going to start bringing forth some information pertaining to what it is that is being done that a lot of you probably don't even think about. Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee. Hear that? Vain and foolish things for us. That's why they're going to say, go back to Jeremiah 16:19. That's why they're going to say, in the end, when y'all realize, y'all laughing, y'all might be laughing at what it is that I'm bringing out, and that we bringing out as Israelites in these days, but you're going to say this. You Israelites that are calling yourself Gentiles, that's in all these religions, and your religions are not following the Most High's laws, say we not under the law, you're going to say this. And all you other heathen nations, you're going to say it too. So that's the heathens and the Israelites. 2/3 you're going to be saying this, of the Israelites. Jeremiah 16:19. Oh, Most High, you'll be crying to him then. It's going to be too late. My strength in my fortress, in my refuge in the day of affliction, the Gentiles, because a lot of you still claim to be Gentiles, been grafted in, don't know who you've been grafted in among. What nation you was grafted in among? Speaking in tongues and filled with the Holy Ghost and all that you say. That they didn't program you. As he told us, you're going to scatter us among all these nations. We're going to serve wood and stone. So that wood and stone that you're serving in these religions have you doing these things without understanding what these scriptures are saying. This is what you're going to say. The Most High, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth. Ain't no more ends of the earth than now. What they going to say? And shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies. Like a lot of y'all believe what your ancestors believe, what your daddy, what your grandfather, what your grandmother and your mother believe. Surely our fathers have inherited lies. Hear this? Vanity and things wherein there is no profit. There is no profit. That's why I say, shall a man make gods unto himself, and they are no gods? So the man gonna make idols to himself, and they ain't no idols? Therefore, behold, I will this once cause them to know. I will cause them to know mine hand and my might. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, the Most High. And they shall know that my name is not that. You see how they put that in there? That shouldn't be there. That ain't his name. I showed you what B-A-A-L means. That. L-O-R-D. My name is Elohim. My name is the Most High Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's his name forever, immortal to all generations. Can't go wrong with that. You see how they put that in there? They put it in there. You see, as long as you calling on that, you calling on the idol. So, come up to verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers. That's what you're hearing now. Said the Most High. They shall fish them. We looking for the 1/3, 144,000 of each 12 tribes of the Israelites, 12,000 from each tribe gonna come out of the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel, the remnant that the Most High gonna redeem from this earth, and they shall fish them. So it's only a certain amount of time that we're gonna be able to bring forth this truth, y'all. That's why you better get as much as you can while you can. And after we stop fishing, for those that are to hear this and come out of the gross darkness, the gross ignorance, the gross stupidity, and being Sodom's children, rebellious people, or the Most High, to change, repent, and come back to the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments, and after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, every kingdom, and from every hill, every small kingdom, and out of the holes of the rock, knowing that people gonna be running up in the mountains. They got the little underground bunkers and hideouts and so forth. That's why they say out of the holes of the rocks. They didn't have them. They've been building them since before 2000. Thinking the world gonna end in 2000. You say, for mine eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from mine eyes. Say, he said, first I will recompense their iniquity, their wickedness, and their sin double. Why? Because they have defiled my land. They have filled mine inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things. The people that's in the land of Israel. Look at verse 10 and 11. And it shall come to pass, the Most High telling us future prophecy, when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, wherefore has the Most High pronounced all this great evil against us, like y'all done heard tonight? And people probably turn off because it ain't something that lifts up their spirit, because they think this word, the word of the Most High, supposed to be all happy and the way we done him, and disrespecting him. You expect to hear all this joy and happiness and love and happiness and peace and tranquility when we done the Most High the way we done him? When he said all you need is me, and do what I say do, my rules and regulations. And it ain't hard, it ain't grievous, it ain't sad to do what I tell you to do. And we said no, and chose these other heathen nations that we were scattered among, and put flavor in following what it is that they were doing. And our wickedness compares the ways of the wicked, and we taught the wicked ones our ways, how to be wicked like us. We got nothing to be bragging about. That's why he said in your affliction, you're going to seek me early. Going to seek his face, because he turned his face away from us. Because we disrespected him. And until this day, it's not enough fear of the Most High to realize what is he saying. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, wherefore has the Most High pronounced all this great evil against us? Or what is our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we have committed against the Most High, our power? Are you serious? From the garden, he said, all you need is me. And the tree of life, live forever. Just come roll with me and my son, the angel of the Most High, the spirit of the Most High. And don't go over there and deal with the devil, the knowledge of good and evil. Deal with me and live forever. This is what we're working for, that we already had. How long had the Adamites lived? Over 900 years? We was in the kingdom. That's why right now, in these last days, we can't mess up. We can't mess up. We got to learn to live and apply in our life. We can't mess up. Or the judgment could be the lake of fire, and that's it. Y'all talking about all Israel shall be saved. No, all is a certain number. We know that certain number is a 1/3. You hear him talking about the remnant, the ransom, the redeemed, the purified, the elect, the sanctified, the few, all which is a certain number. Many, because we more numerous than the sand of the sea and the stars in the sky. All these represent the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. He said, then verse 11, they ask him, or what is our sin that we have committed against the Most High our power? Then shalt thou say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, said the Most High, and have walked after other gods. Today is other religions. Because I challenge you to tell me what religion that you involved in that's keeping the Most High's, that the laws that he wrote with his finger, the work of the Most High, the moral laws, the civil laws, the dietary laws, and the ceremonial laws. What you getting ready for the next holy day or holy convocation that's coming up? What's that? In your religions, what is it? That's in the Bible. The Most High said, these are my feast days. These are the days that I set up with you as the Israelites in the land of Egypt. You should know these things. And you Israelites should know too. Like Christmas and Easter and 4th of July and all the different things you're getting ready for. And knowing what this world's holidays are, you should know what your days are. Then shalt thou say unto them, this is from the Most High, because your fathers have forsaken me, said the Most High, and have walked after other gods, other idols. Remember the Most High say you're going to scatter us among all nations, and when we go among these nations, we're going to serve what? Wood and stone? That's the idols. These other powers. And have served them. See? We walked after other gods, or all the other nations, other idols, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me. Hear that? How we forsake the Most High. And have not kept my law. Now, all you pork chop eating preachers, you hear what he said? Those are the Most High's laws. And have not kept my law. That's why he's saying, ye have done worse than your fathers. For behold, ye walk every one after the imaginations of his evil heart. Every one of you walk after the imagination of your evil mind, he said, that they may not hearken unto me. They would not listen unto me. Therefore will I cast you out of this land. That's why we not in our land of Israel. He say, listen to me, I'm going to bless you to be above all nations. That's what the kingdom is about. The kingdom of heaven is about. It's already prepared. Therefore will I cast you out of this land into a land that ye know not, neither ye nor your fathers, and there shall ye serve other gods, other idols, day and night, where I will not show you favor. That's why we're in the condition we're in. That's why we went through what we went through. But the Most High told our enemies that we were sold to that he was just a little displeased. And they helped forward the affliction. Therefore, the judgment is coming. But we, as the children of Israel, were cast out of our land because we kept not the laws of the Most High. That's why now we're coming back. We can look for salvation to the 12 tribes of Israel forever and ever and ever. That's why Daniel's 7 and 18. Daniel 7:18. But the saints of the Most High, who are the 12 tribes of Israel, shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom how long? Forever, even forever and ever. We got next, forever and ever and ever. Verse 27. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High. Whose kingdom? Our kingdom. Saints are the 12 tribes of Israel. Psalms 148:14 proves that. Whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom. And all dominions shall serve and obey him. Hear that? All dominions, all dominions shall serve and obey him. Hitherto is the end of the matter. That's all I gotta say. And with that, I hope that was edifying. I'm continuing the fact that we as the Israelites was not cast away. We was not done away with. And with that, I'm out. Shalom.